that I've heard about, and I actually saw Erica Faye's video, and she talked about her story, about her experience with being sexually assaulted. I have not been personally affected by sexual assault, and I don't really have a person who's close to me that's been affected by sexual assault. I do have to say that I'm very connected to people who have gone through things and have had to be the ones who have to heal after something has violated them. And the reason why that's so close to my heart is because when I lost my mom at 12 years old, I was told that, you know, it's over, it's done, don't speak about it, and we have to just move forward. And that was hard because I never got to really express how I felt. Those moments when I just desperately missed my mom, I never really got to express it. And I really wasn't able to cope or to heal with the loss of my mom. And that led to me feeling alone, very alone for so many years. When I felt alone from when my mom died up until the last 3 years. And my mom died when I was 12 and I'm now 29. So over 14 years, I just felt alone and neglected, and it was just because I didn't have that space to express myself and really get it out and really say, I'm hurt, I miss my mommy, I want my mom, I just want to be loved, I want somebody to tell me that my feelings are important, and I want somebody to tell me that I'm not crazy because it's 10 years later and I still have times where I cry myself to sleep. I just felt so alone throughout the years right after my mom passed, and I don't even really remember being between those ages of like junior high school and high school and things like that. But the times that I do remember, I remember that I would come home every day, and there was this song by this group called Jagged Edge, and the song was named Say Goodbye. And I would come home, and probably from the time I came home to the time my dad and my stepmom would get home was probably a good 4 hours in between. And I would play that song on repeat and cry and sing the song as if it was somebody singing it to me. So in the song, the guy talked about, you know, I know that you're great for me, but I have to leave you because I can't stay with you. And it just something that I played over and over and over and over, and I just imagined that that was what my mom was saying to me, like, you're my daughter, I love you so much, but I have to go. And I know it's the hardest thing I ever had to do, but I had to leave. My mom died from breast cancer, and it was nothing that she could do. It's not like I felt like it was her fault, but it was just something that when she died, I felt like my life was taken away from me, and it was nothing that anybody was doing to make sure that I was okay. And I was made to feel like it's not okay to feel this sad at this point. Like, I kind of felt like, why aren't you over this? Something is wrong with you. And I also was kind of put under the impression that asking for help means you're weak. So that took so much away from me, and it led me into situations where I didn't belong in those situations. I looked for relationships that just weren't good for me because I just needed that hole filled, and I needed somebody to care about me the way that I felt cared for when my mom was alive. It just led me down a road that I just didn't deserve to be on. All I needed was somebody to talk to me and somebody to talk to, and that really helps me at this point that my life has turned around, and I have found a different outlook on everything, and I have gotten to talk and express myself and understand that things happen and they're not your fault, but that doesn't have to be the end of you. It's the beginning of a new you, and it's hurtful, but you will survive. And I know that firsthand because I lost my mother, and I just wished every day that I could just not be here anymore. But I know that I am here for a reason. I am here to empower people and to encourage people and to let them know that you're not broken and you're not used and you're not all the things that you might feel at the moment that these things are happening to you. You are not that person. They happen to you, but they are not you. And no matter how much you want to keep it to yourself, you might feel embarrassed. You might feel like nobody around you understands. You might feel like people around you might say it was your fault. Please don't believe that. It is not your fault. It is not your fault, and you didn't deserve it. So for me, I finally came to a place where I knew that I had to change, and if I didn't change, I just wasn't going to make it. I wasn't going to make it, and I knew I wanted a better life, and I wanted to be happy. So what I did was I really looked at researching how to be a productive woman, how to live my life and make myself proud and make God proud of me. And I wanted order in my life. I didn't want to feel chaotic anymore. I didn't want to feel like this moment I'm happy, and then once I get in my house, I'm crying until I go to sleep. If I could just do the things that I had to do to move forward and live a peaceful life. I just wanted to have peace within, and that's what I found. I found that in growing my relationship with God and growing my relationship with others and growing my relationship with myself. I knew that I was more than damaged and heartbroken and a person who latched on to others because she didn't have courage to be on her own and to grow on her own. I knew I wasn't that person, and I knew I didn't deserve to have that label, and I did everything I could to just grow, and I reached out to people, and I have such a great support system now at this point because I know how to ask for help, and I know to say that nothing in this world is going to come before me developing and getting to that peace. And I really hope that you guys take this and acknowledge this message that nothing in the world should come before that desire of peace. Not embarrassment, not fear of being ridiculed, not fear of being blamed. I promise you, if that's something that you do and that's your outlook on life from here on out, you will heal. You will heal. I just want you guys to be blessed, be encouraged. I'm so glad that I got to share this story with you, and I'm so glad that I got to share this message with you, and I want nothing more than for you to be happy and have the joy deep down inside that you were born and created to have. I want to thank the Outsiders Movement for posting this. You guys keep growing. Keep believing that better days are coming. I promise you. Bye.